Rachel Ramirez. Today we're going to discuss statistical syllogism. But before that, we need to review inductive reasoning.
Inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is the process where small observation is used to infer a larger theory without necessarily proving it, or from a specific to general that is either true or false. Example: this cat is black, that cat is black, my cat is black. These are all specific statements. From here, you can conclude that all cats are black, which is a generalization.
Now ready to discuss statistical syllogism. So what is statistical syllogism?
Statistical syllogism is a type of inductive reasoning based on the probability where the strength of the argument reliant on the strength of a generalization or major premise. Its general premise is statistical generalization rather than universal generalization. Major premise, minor premise, and conclusion. Here the red one is the major premise, the green is the minor premise, and the conclusion is the brown. For example, 90% of freshmen at State University are residents of the state. Elena is a freshman at State University. Therefore, Elena is a resident of the state. 20% of all men are vegetarians. Siddhartha is a man. Therefore, Siddhartha is vegetarian. Other terms can be used like almost all, most, very often, almost never, and many more. Again, the red one is the major premise, the green is the minor premise, and the brown is the conclusion. Example: almost all people are taller than 26 inches. Garrett is a person. Therefore, Garrett is almost certainly taller than 26 inches. Criteria for evaluating the strength of a generalization. First, the closer the number of the sample to the required number, the more reliable the generalization is. For example, most apples are red. If 100 apples exist in this world, the sample must approach 50 in order to be considered reliable. Second, the greater the variety of the members of the sample, the more reliable the generalization is. For example, 75% of Asians are shorter than 5'11". This statement would be more reliable if the sample included a greater variety of Asians instead of just one nationality. Lastly, the more thorough the search for conflicting cases, the more reliable the generalization. For example, 90% of men like chocolates. If the number of conflicting cases increases in the sample taken, the generalization is made less reliable. Fallacies involving statistical syllogism. Statistical generalization are often expressed using the word most, some, or sometimes no specific word at all. Accident. A general rule is applied when circumstances suggest that an exception to the rule should apply. Accident pattern. X's are normally Y's. A is an X, where A is abnormal. Therefore, A is a Y. For example, birds normally can fly. Tweety the penguin is a bird. Therefore, Tweety can fly. Converse accident. An exemption to a generalization is applied to cases where the generalization should apply. For example, because you allowed Jill, who was hit by a truck, to hand in her assignment late, you should allow the entire class to hand in their assignments late.